Hey, how's it going, everyone? What is up, and welcome back to the channel and your one-stop shop for MK discussions, leaks, and news. Today we're doing another discussion. Today we're going to be talking about repeat DLC characters. Are there more coming to MK11, or the potential for other repeat DLC characters in games like MK12 and Injustice 3? With Rain coming to Kombat Pack 2, that is a groundbreaking thing because we did not know how repeat DLC was in Mortal Kombat, and even Injustice we didn't know if it was possible, but we now do know it is possible. So we're going to be talking about the potential of some very cool characters from previous Mortal Kombat games coming back to, you know, the next generation of PS5 and stuff. So we have nothing to go on besides the fact that Rain's in the game. We don't know anything else, but we're going to be talking about it today and see if we can't figure some things out and think about some cool things. Before we get into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Like 80% of the people who watch me are not subscribed, so if you would hit that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. We're on the road to 10K right now. We're almost to 6.5K, which is insane. So if you hit that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. And also, don't forget to hit that like button. If you do hit the like button, it shows the YouTube algorithm that people actually like the video and want to see it, so it'll show it off to more people, and that is really appreciated from me. And don't forget to leave me a comment down below. Keep the discussion going. I love to hear what you guys have to say about these videos. Don't forget about the Twitch streams. We have backed off a lot. We're only going to be streaming 3 days a week on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sundays, and, you know, streams in between for like reactions and stuff like that. But we do have a Discord as well. Link in the description down below to that. We have over 100 awesome members in there to talk about not just Mortal Kombat, but games, life, everything in general. Link down below to that again. But with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into this one. So repeat DLC characters were kind of like I don't know, a myth in Mortal Kombat. For some reason, there was this thing that was going around for so long, and even I fed into it until I got fed the right information from the right source, that Ed Boon said that there were never be repeat DLC characters in Mortal Kombat or Injustice. It just wasn't a thing that would ever happen. And then when the clues started coming out and they were really pointing towards Rain, I was blind at that point and thought I read way too far into them and thought they were pointing at Reptile. But people went back and actually looked for the interview where he said no more repeat DLC characters. And apparently he said that they were less likely. So that was a big thing. And then now, of course, we all know that Rain has been announced for Kombat Pack 2. He's been revealed in his Combat Casters today. Heads up, I will be streaming that live. It is at 4 p.m. EST. We'll be on at about 3:30 p.m. EST to stream that live and react to it. So if you want to chill out, we'll be on YouTube. So yeah, make sure you're tuned in for that. Subscribe, turn on those notifications. With Rain coming to the game, that kind of breaks the whole mold of less likely. So that brings in another big question of who can come back. Kenshi was in MKX, and Kenshi is a very big character that people really want to return. I know a lot of people who came into my streams and comment on my videos who really want Kenshi back. Scarlet is a base character already in Mortal Kombat 11. She was a base character. Some of the big ones that I've heard really talked about are characters like the guest characters, like Freddy and Jason and Predator and Leatherface and Alien. I don't think I said Alien, and Kratos. Characters like that. A lot of people are wondering if the guest characters can come back, and I am as well. We'll get into the guest characters, but there have been some really cool characters from MKX that people would like to see return. Now, I will say right now, the characters from MKX, guests, and base Mortal Kombat characters, they are very, very unlikely to return. I think the reason that they're going for MK9 characters is because MK9 is almost 10 years ago at this point. Rain hadn't been in a Mortal Kombat game, base or otherwise, in 9 years, so it's kind of acceptable for him to be DLC. And while Kenshi he was DLC in MK9, so he hasn't been in the game, he hasn't been DLC in a long time, he was still base roster character in MKX, so I see Kenshi being very unlikely. I think we have gotten our repeat DLC character for MK11. I think they're going to stick with that, but it really does bring up an interesting question of what characters can return. Can guest characters return? With the PS5 coming out, the next generation of, you know, consoles and everything else, a lot of people are questioning the fact of whether Kratos could return. Kratos is a huge guest character. He was a huge guest character in MK9. He was PlayStation exclusive. He was an awesome character that you could play as in Mortal Kombat. A lot of people are wondering, with this repeat DLC that is now known that it can happen, can these guest characters come back? Can we have Freddy back in Mortal Kombat? You know, in MK12, would it be possible for Jason or Leatherface or Alien or Predator to return? These are questions that I can't really answer, but I don't really think it's entirely unlikely. I definitely think that characters like Leatherface and Jason, Alien, and even Freddy could return. It's a matter of getting back in contact with the people who own those rights, and Mortal Kombat is a popular enough game to be like, yeah, I mean, you know, we'll give you the rights back, of course, for a fee. I definitely think it is possible that we could see a lot of repeat DLC characters. I hope they don't make like a trend of it, you know, of, you know, just doing characters before as DLC, like the last game, and then the next game comes and they still don't want to add them as base roster characters, so they do DLC again. I definitely think like that's less likely, and I don't think they'll ever do that, but I definitely think it's likely that heading into a game like MK12 that's probably not going to come out for another 5 or 6 years, or 4 years, that we could definitely see characters return from like MKX, you know, DLC characters from there. We could possibly see Triborg return if they don't want to make Triborg his own base character playing to the story, you know, type character. I definitely think it is a big possibility that we could see returning guest characters. I really don't cross that out at all. I definitely think we could see Kratos come back, especially if they do another Kombat pack. He'd be a really good guest going into the next generation of consoles with PS5, making him a PlayStation exclusive, seeing that Sony and WB and Mortal Kombat kind of all have a deal, because Mortal Kombat and Injustice, they're both sponsored by Sony when it comes to their tournaments and everything else. So I definitely think it's possible that we could see Kratos return to MK11. I definitely think it's possible that we could eventually see, maybe not this game, but MK12, see Freddy return. I could definitely see like a horror guest character pack eventually come to Mortal Kombat, or like a movie guest character pack come to Injustice 2, or not Injustice 2, but Injustice in general, being like Hellboy and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and stuff like that. I think the repeat DLC characters are not limited to base characters. I definitely think we could get more. Even in MK11, we could definitely still see Kenshi return. Like, I think he's less likely because he was base roster in MKX, but he could still definitely return in MK11 and Kombat Pack 3. In fact, one of the leaks actually have him as a character, but we're not really talking about any leaks when it comes to this. But yeah, I definitely think repeat DLC characters are definitely going to be a thing moving forward. I definitely think if we don't see Kenshi in MK11, and if he's not base roster in MK12, he'll be DLC in MK12, and I definitely think it's very likely that we could see returning guest characters eventually, maybe even packs for them. But that's just my opinion on it, guys. I'd really like to hear your opinion down below in the comments. I'd like to hear what you guys think about this, like repeat guest characters, repeat Mortal Kombat characters, maybe like a DLC guest character pack, and it has all the repeat DLC guest characters in it. That'd be really cool to me. A repeat DLC character adding Hellboy into Mortal Kombat, repeating it from Injustice into Mortal Kombat. That'd be dope to me to have Hellboy in Mortal Kombat. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to let me know what you think down below. If you guys would like to support the channel, link in the description down below to the Patreon as well. I really appreciate all the support from everyone over there, and we do have some cool merch. I'm not gonna like throw a picture up or anything, but link down below if you want to go check out the merch. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, my name is Tooten. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.